Welcome to Cold Hard Trash, CRT episode 83. I'm your host, Trashcan Jones.
And I'm Bragg, your fellow host.
Full of seafood dinner we are. Had a good seafood dinner. Some lobster, some shrimp. We had some pierogi, kielbasa.
Yeah, I mean, if you count the kielbasa as turf, it is surf and turf.
Yeah, potentially. Isn't turf normally steak, though?
Yeah, it's supposed to be steak.
Yeah.
But, I mean, turf is like, okay, surf. What, you're getting like lobster?
It's surfing. Lobster surf.
It's typically lobster, I guess. But, like, you threw shrimp in there.
Sometimes you get a shrimp on the
surf,
steaks.
so.
Yeah. Sometimes a prawn also served with a steak can be a surf and turf. I think it's just any general kind of like shellfish seafood.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe. Can you get mussels with a steak? Would that be surf and turf?
I'd say so.
I think someone would want it.
On this.
Somebody who likes mussels more than lobster might substitute it. Might be like, you know what, fuck a lobster, but get me some oysters with my steak. I'm not that kind of man, but somebody might be.
Well, we subbed out the steak for kielbasa.
Right.
It was pretty good.
Yeah, it's pretty good kielbasa. Good sausage. We also took the time after dessert to watch a infamous movie, Don's Plum. Leonardo DiCaprio and Toby Maguire when they say they're 20 in the movie. You said they were filming in like 1995 though, so
yeah.
How old would they have been in 95? I would have to imagine like 18, probably not even.
I think it could have been 20.
Well, they're around the same age because they're like good friends and whatnot. So let me just look up Tobey Maguire's age right now. When was he born?
It is like thinking about Great Gatsby during that too is
75. So they would have been exactly 20. Okay, so they're 20 on the dot, same age as the movie.
Yeah. It was. I mean, I liked it.
I did not.
I thought it was a bit long. Apparently, it was a thing.
It
where
felt
it was
like
supposed
it was
to be a short film, then it was made into a full-length film, 100 minutes, and
felt like 100 million minutes. Felt like 3 hours.
It felt very long. Yeah.
It was such a long grind of just nothing. These kids sitting around talking shit. Leonardo DiCaprio being an absolute ass to everybody around him, and just for what? One kid gets like it's potentially sexually assaulted by a movie producer, but he's kind of into it. So I don't. It's a weird movie. I don't get it. Nothing ever happens. The whole plot is just them are there. It's a slice of life movie, but with nothing else.
Yeah, I mean, at some points you like wonder like why are they even hanging out with each other?
Right.
Type deal. It's a lot. Yeah.
it's a lot of not good. A lot of things, and none of them are good things.
It just felt so, I don't know, complex. It's like, it felt realistic, the dialogue, at a lot of points in there.
Some parts of it, yeah, especially when they were like arguing back and forth. It's like, okay, it sounds kind of like how it would be when people are kind of trying to get people to back off or whatnot.
A lot of talking over each other.
Yeah,
which I think
right.
really helps with that effect. Because, I mean, I do that in social situations where, like, I'm talking to you and then, like, two other people are talking to each other right there. Like, that happens. And it's kind of not, like, typically you want, like, dialogue to be audible.
Right, in normal movies, but
in this case, it was not.
And it wasn't even good quality audio. Like they had one microphone over the whole table.
that honestly, that was not even the bad microphone. The bad microphone was in the bathroom.
Yeah, because
you couldn't hear him.
Because it was probably just the same microphone. It was just worse acoustics. They're in a fucking bar bathroom.
Yeah. So I mean, at the table, I actually didn't have much trouble hearing them, but. Yeah, I could see how someone could have trouble hearing them.
It's just so weird. Like it wasn't like a set. They literally just went into a place and filmed it. Like and with no like trying to get any kind of audio balance. Like you could hear the white noise feedback the whole time.
It's an indie aspect to it.
That's true. Of all the reviews of the movie, I saw like if you're a fan of those indie movies of just black and white cigarette smoke billowing into the camera, then this movie's for you.
That is a lot of what's happening. Yeah, they're smoking like
they're blasting crazy cigarettes. A whole movie, every single one. They're giving cigarettes to each other. Leonardo DiCaprio puts the quarter machine fake teeth in. He's getting cigarettes handed to him, blasting them through those.
Putting them through the fake teeth. Fake teeth.
It's ridiculous. Everybody's smoking every kind of cigarette. That one girl just says she has Valium, and it's never even addressed.
No one answers.
No one answers, and she's just like, well, I guess I'll just keep my
Goes to the
Valium.
bathroom and smokes crack.
That's the other girl. She goes to the bathroom, 2 pieces of tinfoil, and starts busting out some crack.
That was the second time that she did that, by the way.
It was?
Yeah, she did it way earlier in the movie. Like,
that's
pretty
right.
much right when she showed up.
Because I thought they were trying to insinuate that was like weed, because they were talking about, oh, do you smoke weed?
And then it goes to her.
And then it goes to her smoking crack. I thought they were like trying to make a really bad joint or whatever, because it's like really big and fat. But yeah, no, that makes sense. She was rolling up tinfoil and just smoking that crack. That's crazy. Pretty cool, though. In 1995, they're throwing out just crack smoking on screen.
Yeah.
Show people what it is. If you can see people with tinfoil crumpled up, you know, like, oh, you know. They're not just saving some food for later.
Yeah, but Leo is pretty much the main character, like, through and through. And it's a bit weird how you sort of, like, realize it, because he isn't really the first guy that you see.
No, Tobey Maguire is.
Yeah.
Well, technically, the guy who kicks the girl out of his car first, kicks the hippie girl out. I forget whoever that. I don't even think he's like an actual guy in the movie, but that's the first guy.
Okay, fine, but like, I wasn't saying guys versus girls as much as like.
Right, the first character.
Yeah, like the first like main dude.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, so that's Tobey Maguire, and then you got like their other friend. I really wish I had the names of these characters down, but it's actually really hard to keep up with it.
Kevin Connolly's the actor one. I don't know who the guy with the beard was, though. He's the only other one.
Yeah, well, he shows up next. I don't think Kevin Connolly shows up at all until the restaurant, and then Leonardo DiCaprio's just calling every woman he knows.
Just getting rejected left
like,
and right.
Hey, you want to come out tonight? Hey, you want to come out tonight? This dude is just like fucking mumbling to himself.
Telling him about this cool story about he threw a beer bottle at some guy's dick, and he was just something like that. And I don't know. It just keeps going on. Leonardo DiCaprio not listening at all. That was part where I tapped out of the movie, or I was just like, what is going on? Like, because I tried to watch this movie, I don't know, it was like probably 6 years ago at this point when I first learned of it. And that was where I tapped out, is that like after 5 minutes of just hearing that dialogue of like, if this is what it's going to be, I can't handle it.
Yeah, I mean, I saw that, and I was drawn into it. That actually kind of like got me into the movie, because it's like
different strokes.
It's a very bold like dialogue option, I guess. They come in with a very messy, noisy scene, you know, and that kind of goes into the fact like he's desperately calling everyone like he knows. Like if he's just doing that alone in a room, that's not fucking interesting. And also that guy shows up again at the end.
Yeah, right? He shows up and he's like, he's not even here. What a dick. That guy had a girl, though. Even that guy had a girl who we thought was a
Leo
fucking loser. And Leo still didn't.
Yeah, it's just... So it was definitely more interesting than him just like doing it at home, though. The coffee shop that Tobey Maguire's hanging out at, like,
the jazz burlesque dancer coffee shop.
Yeah, like that is so surreal, and like nothing really happens like that again.
Yeah, no.
I mean, the interaction with the movie producer.
Yeah, that's sort of like a different world sort of deal where you got crosses
like
through.
A completely different dimension.
Mm-hmm.
I liked the girl that Toby ended up picking up there. She was...
the coffee shop waitress?
Yeah, I mean, she was just making fun of him to his face, and he just kept on asking. And
just
he's
all
like,
alone.
Let's go. And then she kind of had control of a situation, I feel.
Yeah, she was one of the...
She's like, you know what, I'm going to go, and I'm going to enjoy my night. And you crazy vegetarian dude that's been sitting here getting rejected all day, fine. Let's see it.
Yeah.
I can have fun with that.
Let's just see what goes.
Like hung out at the thing all night. And
yeah, she was like the least
making a fool of themselves. Like,
she was the least confrontational. Yeah, she didn't try to start shit. No one was talking shit about her. She was just kind of able to coast through that whole night.
Yeah, same with the guy with the beard. Kinda.
He
took a shot. He
took 2 shots. I was gonna say he got outed by being by Leo just out of nowhere, and then what was the other one where he?
No, the girl that he brought was like, I'm not okay. With a guy who also sleeps with other guys, while like this other woman that just showed up like has her hand like down her shirt,
right? And she's like, "Well, it's different."
They make out right there at the table, and it's like, I don't like that. I mean, it's in the movie, you know.
Yeah,
whatever,
double standards.
But, like, I think the point is that these characters have double standards.
Of course,
he isn't actually at fault here,
right?
They defended him for the most part. The other half of the table,
yeah. Yeah, that was Tobey Maguire's whole character was like he was always willing to come to the defense, usually not first, but he was always like vocally of like, "Hey, come on, what the fuck you doing?"
Yeah, he like stays quiet long enough. That's the thing with his character too, is that he stays quiet long enough that like someone else probably could have stepped in. Someone else probably does say something at that point.
Mm-hmm.
And then once he sort of sees that it's safe to push back,
Right, that he's got the green light.
then he takes over that and he continually pushes on that because he feels like, okay, this is something that the group around me actually responds positively to. And so I'm just going to keep on trying. And he kind of pushes it too far at the end.
It just dawned on me, too. Tobey Maguire in that movie looks so much like Shaggy. The
I
shitty
thought
little
that
goatee.
The
little goatee that he's got.
The hair.
He's so Norville Rogers. It's hilarious. He's vegetarian, too. He's all about that shit, so it's perfect. Tobey Maguire should be the next Shaggy. Him and Matthew Lillard can team up.
Fair enough. Yeah.
That'd be a great internet pairing.
We'll have Matthew Lillard do the voice and Tobey Maguire do the acting.
Matthew Lillard just does the voice. That'd be
like
great.
they did with Darth Vader.
Yeah, I mean, it makes sense because James Earl Jones definitely wasn't fitting in the suit.
Yeah. Easy peasy.
I think because we're the Family Guy podcast, got to bring that back. I think that is a Family Guy bit where they just have like a very large, overweight black guy in the Darth Vader suit, and they're like, "Yeah, James, we're just gonna use you for the voice, if that's fine."
Well, even aside from that, also yes, good Family Guy.
Got to bring it back. Got to bring it back.
The remakes or the re-releases of Star Wars that go down the line, like there's so many different ones that. Like, if you have a physical copy of Star Wars, it can be interesting to try and figure out, like, what's unique about this release of it. Like, this VHS, this DVD.
Right.
It's been messed with so much over the years, and certain ones have been taking, off from, like, streaming and stuff like that.
Mm-hmm.
They use a lot of fucking ADR.
Really?
They ADR over shit that you, like...
I know they did very famously change the Han and what was it, Greedo scene?
Jabba the Hutt. Oh, the Han and Greedo one with the who shot first.
Yeah, the who shot first.
Who shot first.
They just changed
That's kind of an important thing about everything that goes on with Han Solo's character. From then on out.
But you want Han Solo to be good guy, so Han didn't shoot first. Even though he's literally international smuggler, criminal extraordinaire, he's good guy.
Look, I'm sure I've talked about this before, but the fucking scene in what's the episode 4 called again?
Shit, I don't know the actual episode names one after the other.
I think it's A New Hope, but if you know more than me about Star Wars, you can step on my foot. I got that wrong.
Get him in the comments. Yeah. Attack.
But they're trying to leave the planet in the spaceship. And there's this whole scene that's cut from the original one where Jabba the Hutt shows up. And they didn't have any Jabba puppets at the time, so they were still deciding what they wanted to do with Jabba the Hutt. So Jabba the Hutt was played by a human actor. And it was not this big green jelly slug man. He was just a big guy with like a sort of like warlord coat.
Yeah.
Deal with like fur and bones type shit.
I think, did you tell me about this where they like had to add in the Jabba thing and then they had to add in the tripping over?
They chose to for some fucking reason.
And they added in a thing of tripping over the tail of Jabba the Hutt or whatever. Yes, I remember you telling me about this.
So Han Solo, like, you have the scene and like Jabba the Hutt's like standing here talking, like looking at Han Solo over there. Han Solo walks around behind him and starts conversing with him over here.
Right.
They made it to the era of redoing all the films with some CGI. So they take that scene, they put it back in the movie, they make Jabba the Hutt look like how he's supposed to in his final design.
Right.
And he has this tail behind him that wouldn't allow Han to walk around him. So as he's walking around, they edit him so he just goes like boop, boop, when he's like going behind Jabba the Hutt. And you see Jabba the Hutt just go like, bleh. like in the middle of being talked to by Han Solo.
I guess Han Solo's just a cool guy. He's like, let me step on your tail while I'm talking to you.
That is not how you treat someone that's a threat. And like, yeah, like,
that's how Han
like
Solo treats someone like a
you're
threat, though,
yeah,
because he's
like
so
fucking
cool
with them and stuff like that. But I don't feel like Jabba the Hutt would just let that go.
Jabba would let that go?
I don't think he would.
Oh, yeah, he definitely wouldn't. Yeah.
And that's what's so weird about that scene being added back in, is that he would be pissed.
Yeah,
Stepped on his tail.
I don't think he'd be scared of Han Solo to the point where he'd let that go. I think you're right, 100%.
So that's my complaint. I have this very specific outtake knowledge from a particular Star Wars movie, but I don't know its name. That's about my relationship with Star Wars. I have seen them all at least once.
Well, speaking of like adding things in, like back to like canonicities and whatnot, there was actually a really cool sort of version of that I was thinking of in the Resident Evil series, where they had, so in the original, I think it's in Resident Evil 2, you first see them. There's like the Umbrella Special Forces that are just these unnamed guys, like all in black suits, red-eyed gas masks, like full, all tactical, like just go in, don't even talk, kill people, get out. And you kind of see them throughout the games that Umbrella uses just to like clean up messes and whatnot. And you kind of just think like, okay, they just got like stormtroopers, an infinite amount of like bodies they can throw at this. But then one game you get to play as one of those guys and like do the whole mission and get out. And as you're leaving, they're like, you know, you get this little cutscene where the pilot of the helicopter's talking to you. And he's like, oh, you know, they always send people in and you're the only one that ever comes back. Only you. Every time. And it just kind of adds in this lore of like, oh no, it's not just random bodies. Every time it's this guy that's been sent with all his people, and he's the only one that comes back, which is why they're able to keep sending people out, because he's able to keep that unit up and alive by recruiting more people. So they kind of re-add in like this, like make you think more about all the things that you've seen before. They don't have to change anything, but they just change your perspective on how you saw that. Like, oh, he's gonna.
There's additional information. Like they bring it up later. They probably didn't have that in mind earlier.
Exactly.
But they noticed how kind of weird it is, the force they are in the games.
Yeah, and they could have just as easily left it as, oh yeah, they're all just nameless stormtroopers, you know, a $1 billion corporation that can just hire mercenary soldiers and whatever. But just adding that in is just so cool, because it just like it makes you rethink of like, oh, so every single time, like whenever you thought of like, why are they doing really specific things or thing for a purpose? It's not because they maybe had really specific orders. It's because this guy's a super badass and because he knew what to do. Right. Because he knew what to do and he's got like all this knowledge and whatnot. He's actually not just your average soldier. He's a super soldier.
Yeah, okay, but like so is he surviving because he's just goated, or is he a little bitch that gets everyone else around him killed for his own skin?
See, that's when you start playing as him, it's basically revealed that because he's goated. It's sort of like some people accuse him of that and then they die because he's goated. And he doesn't.
Honestly, that's the more Resident Evil answer about for that.
Right, because that's when you first like hear about it, the helicopter pilot, they tell you like he's got the reputation of being known as Mr. Death or the Grim Reaper because everybody just dies around him, and that's kind of like what his reputation is that he's bad luck or kind of just a little bitch that gets everybody killed. And then when you see him like people interacting with him and he's just kind of like, yeah, whatever, you could think whatever you want of me, you're gonna be dead at the end of this mission probably, and I'm not probably. That's gonna be how it goes. Sorry, man. He just got this added. It's so cool. His name is Hunk too. It's an acronym stands for who the hell knows, because you don't know anything about him other than he's just the guy that goes there, gets shit done, and leaves.
Yeah, no, this is so Resident Evil.
It's so cool. It's Resident Evil, especially once it got to like, people wanted to complain that Resident Evil 6 is like, oh, it's way too over-the-top action movie, but they were kind of going in that direction and jumping sharks in that direction for a while. Mm-hmm. So it makes sense. I'm still not the biggest fan of Resident Evil 6 as a Resident Evil game, but I can respect and understand that that's where the series kind of needed to go.
Yeah, when you have a lot of entries in a series, you can't just make the same thing over and over.
Exactly. You got to innovate, you got to try, you got to shoot and see what's going on.
You got to make a new Coke, and then you can go back to the classic Coke.
Exactly. You know? Exactly. Which is exactly what they did.
People appreciate it better. Yeah, that's what I heard about Resident Evil 7.
Yeah, Resident Evil 7. Actually, the whole like Resident Evil 7 and then Village, they kind of went in another new direction because they took it first person. Which is the first ever done in the Resident Evil series. But then after that, they started literally just remaking all the old Resident Evil games. They've remade 2, 3, Code Veronica, 4, and I think they said 1 or 0 is going to be their next one. So Just good. Give me the old Coke. Give me classic Coke. I love that shit.
Yeah, I mean, so long as it's still a little bit wonky to control.
No, that's the only thing they fixed is now it's like all super nice to control. Everything's super up to date and modern. It feels so nice. It's like
a debate in the community then, isn't it?
It's a little bit because it's the clunkiness of the controls of the game, the original Resident Evil, is on purpose. It's meant to make you feel like you're not, prepared or ready in this horror nightmare. Because it's essentially, once you get good enough at the game, you could beat the game in an hour and a half. You're supposed to get lost. You're supposed to backtrack a lot. They expect you to do that. They expect you to fuck up a lot. That's kind of why they designed it this way. But at this point now, because Resident Evil's become such a big thing, they're like, okay, let's just make a really good, well-playing horror game, and we could use the same setting as Resident Evil. Don't have to change any of the story. Don't have to change any of the characters. Just make the gameplay nice and smooth for 2024. I think they released it.
Yeah, I mean, I think the modern consumer of a game isn't really willing to put that type of, effort into shit controls.
Right.
Like, even if it's purposeful or it has a point,
if it gets to a point where even if you were going to make those old shit controls for the diehard Resident Evil fan, the diehard Resident Evil fan probably wouldn't even appreciate it as much because it's just like, all right, they're clunky and bad. You can appreciate it from back in the day because that was their attempt at doing what they had, but we've moved on from this.
And I'm not saying they're bad as in they don't achieve what they're supposed to. I'm saying that they're bad on purpose.
Yeah, exactly. But it's the bad on purpose is just kind of like a been there, done that. You don't want to just, like you're saying about keeping doing the same thing. You don't want to go back to, make the exact same cake. Make a new cake with some new frosting on it. Same cake, new frosting. The internals are the same, but now everything looks prettier on top. Get people excited.
On the topic of bad controls, have you played QWOP?
Yeah, of course. That's the running game. That was really popular in the early YouTube days. I remember probably PewDiePie's and them playing it.
Yeah, it's a game where the entire point of it is that it has bad controls.
Yeah.
One might be able to say something about Resident Evil 1 like that because that is an integral part of the original challenge.
Yeah.
And
all the first
Bennett
Resident Evil
Foddy,
games.
The guy that made QWOP,
went
Getting
on to
Over
it
with Bennett Foddy. And that is also a game completely designed around the fact that it sucks to control.
Yeah, it's super bad.
So punishing.
It's super bad, and then you get punished for making mistakes with those super bad controls.
In this game, you are a guy, a completely bald, shaven man, head to toe, as far as I could tell. You only see down to his waist, because the bottom half of his body is in a cauldron for some reason, and you have to climb a mountain using a sledgehammer.
Yeah, just using the hammer to hook into things and then using the basically physics of it to pull yourself up and then whoop, whoop, like an ice pick.
Yep. And it is really fucking hard, and there are no checkpoints. There's saving. If you quit the game and load back in, you will keep your spot. But
right.
If you start falling and you quit, I'm pretty sure it already knows.
Yeah.
And you can't come back from that.
The whole point of it is you climb up, and there's a whole lot of pitfalls where if you miss jumps or if you jump a little too far, then you slide back down and lose, potentially hours of progress. All while this guy just calmly goes, "Oh, you fell again."
Yep.
And just giving you, life lessons.
Perseverance is a virtue.
Ugh.
And starts reading motivational quotes to you or quotes that make you feel worse. That has spawned an entire subgenre of levels in Super Mario Maker.
Really?
Called a getting over it level, yes.
Huh.
So that concept, and I'm sure there's also this other game, I think it's Jump Night.
Uh-huh.
Where you're a knight and you just have a jump and you just
climbing
this entire tower, and if you slip, you can fall down very, very far.
Right.
Similar shit is in Silk Song.
Oh, really?
Probably Hollow Knight. Yeah, I mean, there's these rooms where you're just climbing and climbing up, or it takes forever to get up the staircase, and then you're going through the next room, and there just happens to be one hole in the ground somewhere, and if you fall, you got to start all over.
Huh.
There's this big pit in the center of a big part of the map. And if you mess that up too, you can just fall all the way back to the starting area if you really mess it up.
Yeah, I guess that's inspired a lot of different platforming styles of games coming up. Makes sense.
The getting over it levels in Mario Maker though are just, it's so crazy that it's not just a single one, because the big one that a lot of people know from Mario Maker is the one that Carl Sagan 42 made. He's only made maybe 5 levels in Mario Maker 2. He only makes things very rarely. He plays a lot of them.
I was going to say, yeah.
He's known to have some of the meaner trolls, and that includes the getting over it level. And he made a whole video about, other streamers playing his level, and their reactions to it, because, I mean, the entire thing is really just reactions.
Right.
And he was in their chats posting Bennett Foddy quotes whenever they'd fall.
That's pretty good.
He'd pay the bits to have it announced.
That's super good. Shout out to Carl Sagan 42. Mm-hmm. And his Mario Maker content's pretty good. Mm-hmm. Who'd have thought Mario Maker troll levels would have be such an in-depth thing people go into?
I think he's doing it full time now too.
It's crazy.
Yeah.
Crazy. Well, he got a PhD.
There's a 5-hour-long video about Mario troll levels that I think is very good, very well researched on why this has become a little sub community. And a lot of it has to do with magic and sleight of hand type deal, because that's how they get you. Is they make you think one thing is going to happen, you prepare for that,
left turn,
and a lot of it's just comedy too.
Oh yeah, sure.
Because if you're you're not just trying to piss people off when they play this level. You want to get an exasperated reaction out of them sometimes, but you get that by being clever, along with being mean.
Right, you give them a really hard troll that they maybe fail a couple times and they get past it, and then afterwards when you just have to jump across a gap, there's also just an invisible block. Yeah, and they're just
it's a bit
that's funny.
It's a bit of a talent. Because, there's the invisible blocks. I call them Kaizo blocks.
Yeah.
And, there's some levels where they'll just, throw a bunch over a pit, and it's okay, you cannot cross it.
Right.
And there's also levels where they put them in very specific spots.
Just one.
Just one. And they're I know it's going to get you.
Right. And then, that makes them think, there's blocks everywhere around here.
And they open up the editor, and then
they just start jumping around. They're huh, and they do it and hit the one block again. Ugh, it's so good. I love that.
There's a level I remember seeing, Revenge of the 1-1 Goomba, and there's not a single Goomba in the entire level, and then you get to the end, you're behind the flagpole, something's coming after you, so you run to the base of the flagpole and you try to jump. That blocks, then spawns a Goomba, steps over the side of the block, and kills you.
You can't do anything about it.
One is, if you use it very sparingly, it gets people a lot better.
That's pretty funny. Something I thought was hilarious the other day. So, because it probably, do you know the NBA player Kevin Durant?
Know the name.
So you know just the name. Are you aware that he is known as one of his nicknames as the Durantula?
That's pretty dope.
It's pretty dope, but it has nothing to do with basketball. There's no a tarantula isn't good at basketball. There's nothing about that. He doesn't do things on the basketball court that are like a tarantula. There's nothing about a tarantula is anything about basketball. And his nickname is ubiquitous. Everybody knows that around the sports league that he is the Durantula. Other than there's no other reason for it other than that just sounds fucking dope.
Does he sleep for 16 hours a day buried in sand?
I don't believe so. No.
Okay, that rules that out.
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't know what habits he could have, like a tarantula. But
he's long and lanky. That's really the only thing. He's got spider legs, like some people would call him, because he's got really he's 6'8" but a 7'4" wingspan, something like that. He's got crazy.
He's spindly.
Yeah, he's spindly. He's got crazy measurements. But other than maybe that, yeah, he's just known league-wide as the Durantula. And I just thought about that the other day. I was
it just sounds cool.
Right, but trying to explain that to you of why Durantula, I have no idea why, other than his name.
I actually took that at face value.
Yeah,
you were the one that had to point out that it's weird.
And I guess that even threw me. I guess Durantula's just good enough. It's a good enough name.
Yeah, it just sounds dope.
Have you ever heard of the White Mamba?
No.
So, have you heard of the Black Mamba?
Yeah.
Kobe Bryant, of course. So
I was just thinking about the snake.
Well, yeah, obviously the snake. But Kobe Bryant, that was his nickname. And there's that's where I was going to go with it. A lot of parallels you can make with a snake to basketball. It's fast and quick. It slithers in and out. It strikes when you least expect it, whatever. A lot of different things you could do. Kobe Bryant, the Black Mamba. So, the Boston Celtics they have this guy, Brian Scalabrine, who's like their seventh man. Usually 5 men on a basketball team. Your sixth man's usually just like can throw in there as a guard, gadget player. Seventh man, also throw in there, usually like a power forward, sometimes sub as a center. So Brian Scalabrine, kind of a bigger guy, big, slow. And during a game against the Lakers, Lakers are winning, I believe, by about 14 points. Brian Scalabrine gets a breakaway. Nobody in front of him. Going down the court, everybody gets a little bit excited because Brian Scalabrine, the seventh man, doesn't get a whole lot of points. He's about to get his big moment. Celtics fans getting excited. Kobe Bryant chases him down from 10 steps back as Brian Scalabrine, who is white, by the way, if that was not clear, goes for a dunk, something white people don't often do in the NBA, only to get rejected in the most spectacular posterizing fashion by Kobe Bryant.
I swear I've seen that picture.
It's so.
I swear I've seen that picture of Kobe blocking him.
And it's while the Lakers are winning, no reason for Kobe to be trying that hard. Just fuck you, Brian Scalabrine. And it's the most famous thing Brian Scalabrine's known for, which is why he's called the White Mamba. It's so
That's a
great.
tough break.
It's so funny too, because he's obviously that's a big meme name. You're not good at basketball, but even as the seventh man on the Boston Celtics, even as the worst basketball player, he wasn't the worst basketball player in the NBA. But if you are the worst basketball player in the NBA, you're still the worst of the top 0.1% of basketball players.
I was thinking the same thing.
So you
can't be that mad. He's like, hey, I'm not paid for amount of time played.
Yeah. And there's a video online that went viral a few years ago of people just trying to clown Brian Scalabrine. He's hanging out in a local court, just yeah, you were a seventh man in the Celtics. What are you going to do, man? And they're just throwing the ball at him, and he dices them all up, dribbles through them, hits threes over him, and he's like, what'd you fucking expect? I was playing the NBA. Right? You guys think you were hot? Get out of here. Mm-hmm. Even though it's Brian Scalabrine, who literally had a highlight video of him stretching and singing Christmas carols and then getting rejected by Kobe Bryant, he's still better than anybody who plays basketball on a Sunday.
I feel like basketball is the sport where the yearly MVP kind of matters the most. The yearly MVP is typically someone who is just playing on a different level,
Well, MVP, it's all done by voting, so not exactly. There's been some times where people have thought righteous MVP got snubbed because they had better stats, but the team was more famous or he was making a bigger splash or something like that. Mm-hmm. So there's been debates, but yeah, there's MVPs in every sport. Kind of goes that way. It's usually done by a voting committee, usually fan committee.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
So it's not always playing at a different level. Sometimes playing at a different level, but not.
Imagining Kobe Bryant chasing this man down to block his one chance at a dunk his entire career.
It was the shittiest looking dunk too. He went up for a no 1 foot, just double handed, just trying to get it into the rim, and he was really trying to secure that he didn't fuck it up, and Kobe Bryant was really making sure that he did.
Mm-hmm. Keep your lead, The moment you start disrespecting them by not playing at your fullest is when
that's what I'm saying.
Come back.
The moment you take your foot off the gas, it's the moment that they step it on. Don't give up even for a second. Kobe Bryant was that guy. Mm-hmm. It's the funniest damn highlight because it's just it's everybody getting excited for all of 2 seconds and just being all right. Celtics ball underneath the rim, but they didn't even lose possession. It's just Brian Scalabrine got his night ruined.
Yeah.
It's such a funny moment. Shout out to the White Mamba. Shout out to the Durantula.
So funny that's memorable too,
a most memorable moment of his career.
Yeah. I mean, you just had to be paying attention because that's not even
I think it made it to Sports Center.
Yeah. I'm sure people get their shots blocked all the time, not everyone's shooting and hitting it 100% of the time.
I wonder
if, not even shooting it, trying to dunk.
I wonder if Come On Man was around at that time. It probably would have made it on there. You know about Come On Man?
No.
It's on. I think it's on SportsCenter. It might be on ESPN now. The branding of that kind of got all weird because there was a whole acquisition deal. So I'm not sure. But they basically do these. It's America's Funniest Home Videos, but just the funniest sports happenings of the week. And these sports commentators just go, "Oh, come on, man! What are you doing there?" Mm-hmm. And it's bad sportsmanship or bad, just general play. Mm-hmm. That would definitely be a moment. They're just Kobe, you're winning by 14. Come on, man. Let Brian have the dunk. Mm-hmm.
I did watch a lot of America's Funniest Home Videos when I was younger, though.
Oh, Tom Bergeron or Bob Saget?
I know there were two guys.
Tom Bergeron was the white-haired one. Bob Saget was the younger-faced one. I think Tom Bergeron was the one who's later.
Well, the big thing that I remember from it, this is like the one thing that stuck. I watched it with both of the guys, I will say. And I'm sure you've seen this like online since, just because it's so good. But it's the girl that just got the new Barbie like fairy thing, and
oh yeah,
it's like a ripcord or something that spins it around and then it flies up, and then it just flies up and then it flies directly into the fireplace.
Fortuna's playing. It's so fucking good. That's on Important Videos.
That's the one that ended up on Important Videos. But I saw that in actual AFV.
Yeah.
And it was so funny to me.
It's one of the ones. It's supposed to like you put your hand underneath it and it like registers your hand and like goes upwards again. So like they put their hand underneath it once and they're like yay, and then it just goes right into the fire. They're like oh,
it's Christmas morning.
Yeah. So traumatizing for her probably.
Yeah.
And so what do you even do? Because it's like you get that out of the fire. Like
No.
well, it's gone. Even if you do,
Yeah.
it's busted. But your daughter's crying, get Barbie out of the fire. You're just like, no, like, what do you do? What do you do? That's a terrible Christmas morning for all involved.
Yeah, but goddamn, it's just so like, no one could stop it. It's just sometimes bad shit happens, and it's not that bad, but it just happens for no good reason.
I wonder, and the Important Videos makes me think, I wonder if that kid throwing the bat through his glass screen door was on America's Funniest Home Videos, because it definitely feels like it, right? Old VHS, kids setting up for T-ball, like, oh, someone's going to get hit with a nut shot, and then he just lets go of the bat in the backswing.
Mm-hmm.
Just goes right through the glass door. Oh, shit! And the kid's like, all right, yeah! Starts jumping up and down.
Yeah, that rules. I love old VHSs.
They're great. There's a good quality to them.
I'm sure there's one out there of me walking into a glass door, which that was an AFV classic.
Oh,
that would
yeah.
come up multiple times.
Oh, they have compilations of those. That would just
Yeah.
be like the honorable mentions. We're just going to show 30 kids walking into doors.
It's like the original fail comps.
Oh, yeah.
You know?
It's the original, like,
we've always
social
enjoyed
media.
these things.
I think that was literally, if you could call the literal definition, media that was intended to be, like, socializable, I mean, that was it. Do you watch America's Funniest Home Videos last night? Oh, see this funny thing? It was meant to share funny things around America.
Mm-hmm.
That might have been the first, if you want to use it as a literal term, media that was used for social purposes. To literally just send media in and then share it around.
I guess. Yeah.
Other than sending an email to somebody and you send it on to, instead of YouTube, you sent it to AFV. That was the YouTube back then.
I emailed the Pokemon company when I was a kid.
Oh,
I was
did
like,
you?
These are my lyrics for the Pokemon Emerald series theme song, or Pokemon Advance, whatever they called it.
You wrote the lyrics to
If they extended the song, thank you for your time.
Did they write back?
They extended the song. They didn't use my lyrics.
Ah, so they took your idea. They stole your
right?
idea.
I'm the first one to ever think that you should make a longer version of your theme song. And they fucking stole it.
God damn it. Pokemon Emerald. The Pokemon Company, they're doing shady stuff. You know, they're doing shady stuff with their copyrights and sending lawsuits out. They're stealing from children.
Exactly.
Down with
want
Pokemon.
Compensation. But, yeah, I mean, AFE, like, it felt attainable.
Yeah.
It felt like you could, if you did catch something funny enough.
You could throw it on there.
Yeah.
And then that's what I was saying. It was like sort of like the early days of YouTube where it was the same way. Like, I feel like if I catch a funny, I could put it up on YouTube and it'll get viral. It was that same kind of feeling. Like, because when YouTube first came out, I feel like people were making like, oh, it's like America's Funniest Home Videos, but everybody can do it. I feel like people were making those comparisons.
Well, then there was Smosh, which was like, I think one of the first big ones on the scene. I think they were the first ones to make it onto the news.
Yeah, that was, that you just blew my mind because I was thinking about it. That was another thing I wanted to bring up. Smosh was one of the first people that was legitimately going to be a competitor to YouTube. They were the first ones because it was kind of a thing for people to, when the Let's Play thing got together, to form together and then like try to make their own video thing. Like I remember Normal Boots was another popular one. To be like an offshoot of YouTube, to make their own, get the ad revenue completely encircled within them, to cut YouTube out of the picture. And Smosh was one of the first people that legitimately almost did it. They had like million plus videos on YouTube and then brought it to their own thing and had million plus views on their own stuff. To where I was like, damn, this might be the next big. But then eventually YouTube changed and grew and they didn't change with it. And then times have changed. Things went on. YouTube lasted and they did not. Smosh tried to go in with like...
Smosh is an entirely... Like, it's a media company now.
Yeah, I mean, not like they lived on like they died. They just didn't like rise to that same popularity. They didn't overtake YouTube.
Yeah, but it's not like... I don't know. I think they got to a point somewhat near to the level of YouTube in the past.
Maybe.
You know, they have their own website.
Yeah, they have their own creators and people that make content for it.
Yeah.
I mean, they started doing that even back before when they first started making things. They started like vlogging. They were hiring other people on there to do like, essentially like, it was before podcasts, but they would just do like group talking sessions about like how to, like what they were going to do to brainstorm for things. So just like do like behind the scenes vlogs. So yeah, they started doing things like that, but that wasn't popular on YouTube. That was when the Let's Play genre was booming. And by the time they started Smosh Games, they were way behind on that.
Yeah, but the skits, this whole skit thing, that was sort of like the next step from just throwing whatever on YouTube.
Yeah.
You know, that's a sort of niche.
Their food battles, they were the ones that were carrying them. They were the biggest hitters, I remember.
Equals 3 was just like an internet roundup of the week. You know, it's kind of like AFV, but on the internet. It's Ray William Johnson.
Yeah, they tried to do a Smosh version of Equals 3 too, but it just didn't take off. Ray William Johnson already had that market cornered.
I mean, now you got like we continue to do these things with, you know, fails and just interesting things. Like it pops up again and again.
Sure.
And even just within the internet, like yes, you've had Equals 3, and then you get something else like Daily Dose of Internet. Basically the same thing, except you're not like a host like on the screen presenting it. You're just like, here's your videos, and you just like.
Even
say,
Penguin
in this
Zero.
video, this happens. Yes.
Penguin Zero just does like, you know, the videos of, could be just like 3 minutes of an Equals 3 basically. If he wanted to put them all together to make a whole show, then that'd be basically what Equals 3 was.
Yeah.
Just let me show you this shit I saw on this headline or whatever.
Yeah, but you don't need like that level of production.
No.
Really. You just, I mean, he doesn't at least.
I think people appreciate the lack of. That kind of gives you a more personable thing.
The blank situation is crazy.
Yeah. It's always been the same format. He still has the same picture, too, from like 10 years ago. The same profile picture. I remember when he made that character and changed it to that picture because he was just like, this is funny. It's crazy.
Now he owns a Rocket League team.
Yeah. Yeah, he's wild. That's crazy to see his come up. He's been doing that shit since before I was in high school, so more than 10 years.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. No, you could find his like old videos.
The Battlefield Fun Tactics series. That was when I first got onto him.
Yeah, the thing he was playing Farming Simulator or something.
Damn.
He was a faceless YouTuber.
For a while, yeah.
Yeah. And then he revealed his face, and everyone's like, "Oh, he looks pretty nice."
He looks like a normal dude. Yeah. Back when he had his short hair.
Yeah. I mean, he figured out how to monetize. He's like not even monetizing some shit now. He's like, don't donate to me on YouTube. Like, I have enough, okay?
Yeah, because when he first started making money on YouTube, he refused the monetization. He was literally like, any money I make, I'm just going to throw it right to charity. I don't do this for money. I don't want to do this for money, period. And he did that for years, and to a point where it was like, it got to a point where he made a video of like, listen, I need to use some of this YouTube money to help pay for like my bills while I'm at college. So I'm going to take a little bit off the top, whatever I need. And people in his comments were all just like, take everything. What are you doing, dude? You idiot. What the fuck is wrong with you? So he's been doing that ever since, and he's been living full time off it.
I'm pretty sure he like cut out one of his revenue sources recently. I think it might have been YouTube, like some platform.
Makes sense.
Telling people not to donate to him.
Yeah. Especially if he has that ability, like if he can make whatever comfortable living he's comfortable with without the revenue stream, then fuck it. Why does he need it? He doesn't need to kowtow to them, especially if YouTube's going to put on like a bunch of different things for copyright claims, or they want to like demonetize your video because you're swearing too much or whatever. It's fuck it.
I mean, there was a somewhat recent case of a guy basically posted a video. Someone else took his video, re-uploaded it. He reported that video, and they ended up deleting his channel for copying and re-uploading someone else's thing. And he's like, no, dude, I literally uploaded it first. What's wrong with you?
Yeah,
and
what
people
the
were
hell?
in his comments like, reach out to Moist Critical. Like, get him to yell at YouTube for you for this, because Like, apparently he does that
Yeah.
a lot.
If he's got like one of the biggest polls on YouTube, yeah, YouTube would be dumb not to listen to him.
Just be like, what are you doing? Man, that's a whole shit with like AI content moderation and stuff like that. And like, literally, I uploaded it first. Have one human being look at this.
It should be even able to be caught by the AI. It's checking numbers. Like, that should be
Yeah.
the easiest thing for a robot to check. Like, check upload date. Check upload date.
Well, so my read on it is that it deleted the other video, saved it in some way as like this is now in our data bank. Like it saved that video because it was the one that got the report on it. Saved it and said, okay, if anyone uploaded something like this, it's a copy. And then
I guess,
that,
but
because at that point you don't necessarily need to put the timestamp on there, but it would be something that you had to remove to not include there. But I mean, yeah, people do that all the time.
but
People
then
delete data.
why delete the whole channel because of it?
Breaking the rules, man. You gotta
Just-
lay down the law.
I don't fucking get it. Yeah,
He got his channel back eventually, but like just to be told so many times from the company that like you didn't, like that you did something wrong when you didn't.
that's frustrating. That's YouTube has been a lot of frustrating experiences from I've seen from some creators.
Yeah, you keep on getting demonetized for having "In the Air Tonight."
In the Air Tonight by Phil Collins, and now this other side,
And only in
some
what was it,
streams.
Serbia.
Yeah,
or
it's
something?
Belarus and Russia.
Belarus, only in Belarus and Russia, you are demonetized for including "In the Air Tonight."
And there's this
by Phil
other
Collins,
song.
not anywhere else.
There's this other song called Menticide. I think it's by like Insect Kings or something. They also want to demonetize me on only sometimes also. Because like I have like legitimate copyrighted songs that I play at the beginning and end of my stream just as my like intro and outro. And I'll get the copyright claims for those also only sometimes, which I don't get. But then I'll also get, these other ones for songs that I've never heard of and don't even sing in the middle of it or anything. So like, what the hell?
Right?
Not like I'm like, that's catching the fact that I'm singing it close enough to Phil Collins or some shit. Like I don't even, not busting out "In the Air Tonight" in the middle of stream.
Yeah, I don't know. There's just some type of hidden frequency in your stream that is also a hidden frequency in the air tonight.
It must be. I don't get it.
It picks up on it. Who knows? But very strange. Because this is just for the YouTube part of it, though, right?
Yeah.
Like when uploading your streams to YouTube.
Yeah. Twitch doesn't catch it, or Twitch doesn't like mute any part of my VODs.
Yeah.
I make sure of that. Just so they can get uploaded onto YouTube as a full, complete thing.
Should we fix that? Should we tell them to stop?
How would we? Dear YouTube, I am not Phil Collins. I don't know what to tell them. Stop fucking putting this on my videos. They're just gonna be like, "We're not. Shut up," and then that'll be it. I'm fucking nobody to them.
Look, if you get into contact with anybody eventually, which even that I'm doubtful, you send them a video and you say, "Look
Can
at
you
this
feel it?
and tell me where "In the Air Tonight" by Phil Collins is played." And
Look
you
at
send it
this.
to them, and it's in a 1 hour long rickroll.
Look at this and tell me if you can feel it. Tell me if you can feel it in the air tonight.
Standing there for an hour, 2 hours.
I just don't get it. I don't care though. I got Belarus and Russia. Not gonna have a lot of fans. Oh well.
Yeah.
I don't plan on going there anytime soon.
Yeah.
So cool.
Maybe you'd be like Hip Underground. There, it's illegal to watch your streams for copywriting.
I'm gonna be popular with the criminals. All the criminals also just watch criminal streams.
Yeah.
They just watch shit that's
You're a
illegal.
criminal.
They just watch shit that's illegal for illegal's sake. They don't even care what it is. Give me something illegal, whatever it is.
Yeah, this
guy's
you see
streaming
all the
Mega Man
ads for, like,
Legends.
Surfshark and stuff like that in the U.S. where it's like if you're ever in like Japan and you need to like access U.S. Netflix for some reason, you can use
Right.
a VPN to do that. And this is how they're marketing it in Russia and Belarus. It's like,
If you want to watch
you
Trashcan Jones, this is how you do it.
yeah, get Surfshark VPN. We'll VPN you somewhere else so you could watch his streams.
That'd be pretty good. I wonder how known I am in those countries where I'm just blocked on YouTube.
Yeah, not very.
It can't
Yeah.
be. It's funny. As I say that, there is one Twitch peer that I do raid into the channel sometimes, and they raid into mine that is primarily Russian speaking. So I forgot about her.
Tell her what's up.
So yeah, I might have
Tell
to
her
talk
what
to her
the
about it.
issue
Like,
is.
yo, what's up with Phil Collins in Russia? You guys got him over there? Like, is he trying to bait me over there or something? What's going on? What's the play?
You can find him there, I bet.
I don't know if I got to have a chat with Phil or if I got to have a chat with Putin. Who I got to talk to? Clear this mess up.
I think you'll get there one day. I think you'll find him in the street or something like that, and you'll be able to settle it.
You just be like, Phil, quick, hit a high C really quick, and you just like try to hit the note with him. Like, yeah, identical. So that's what it is. Yeah. I'll just see her. We were going to the karaoke party. I'll sing In the Air Tonight, and then if Phil Collins happens to be coming by and he hears it, and he'll be like, "Was that me? Am I in there? Oh no, wait, I'm right here." And then we'll be able to know.
Then he'll come in and then he'll give you some like Russian cease and desist.
A cease and desist, and it's just all in Russian.
Mm-hmm.
That would tie it all together. That would make the circle complete. Then this wouldn't be a conspiracy theory anymore.
Yeah,
It'd just be a regular conspiracy.
Yeah. You ever see Ricky Stenicki?
Ricky Stenicki. It sounds familiar.
It's a show. It's a movie from the past couple of years. It's got John Cena. It's got.
I remember it, but
Troy
no.
Bolton. What's Zac Efron?
Oh no, I don't. I don't remember ever seeing that.
Basically, Zac Efron and his buddies. I wish I remembered their actual like actors' names, but
sure.
Zac Efron. I know that guy. Him and his buddies had made up this guy named Ricky Stenicki to blame everything on whenever something went wrong with their lives, or like, you know, give them a vacation or something like that. Like, oh no, I got to go visit Ricky and stuff like that.
Okay.
And so one of the guys misses his wife's or the birth of his child.
Oh my God.
Because they were off visiting Ricky. And so they like demand to be like, okay, so like have us meet Ricky. Bring Ricky here. He's supposedly in town. We got this thing going on next week. Bring him there. I want to meet him. So the reason that they missed the wedding was that they were in like Vegas. They were at some casino.
Sure, doing some unscrupulous things maybe.
Yeah, they were at the casino, and this guy, Rock Hard Rod, a lounge singer that makes horny
Rock Hard Rod,
horny covers of songs, comes in, tries to like pitch his whole shtick to them, whatever. And he's getting chased by some guys too, like just sort of passively. Like some guys show up and they're like, "Hey," and then he like runs away, and then they like don't show up again for a while.
Okay.
They hire him to play the role of Ricky Stenicki for like the weekend. So.
And that's John Cena, I assume.
It's John Cena.
Okay.
Hilarity ensues, and then they get to the end, and those guys that were chasing him at the beginning finally caught up to him, and he thought they were there to kill him for some reason, but no, they give him a cease and desist from one of the artists that he was making parodies of. Stop doing that. I think it was Sting or something. He's like, he's really fucking pissed at you.
That's pretty good.
Making fun of his songs. So yeah, that's how I'm imagining it with Phil Collins finally catching you
after all these years.
No, this was real.
He's been trying to take me down on YouTube. He's been sitting in Russia. That means Russia's captured Phil Collins. Shit, that's not good.
I mean, he's just vacationing there.
I don't think you get to vacation there. I think they keep you if you go there. I think that's part of the deal.
I have a coworker that's family's in Belarus. She goes back and forth.
Is that like in Russia, or is that a different country?
Not in Russia, but you said you were banned in Belarus too,
fair.
which means that Phil Collins could be in Belarus too.
That's true. Yeah, he could be in Belarus, and maybe Russia's just trying to copy them.
Yeah.
That's fair. That is fair. Well, that is about time to call it for this episode of Cold Hard Trash CRT, episode number 83. If you enjoyed this episode, please be sure to rate it 5 stars, give it a comment, give it any kind of engagement. We would enjoy it. Let us know that you're listening.
Yeah.
Do it.
Thanks. See ya.
See ya.